Hello everyone. Today it pleases me to share these views on the Bhagavad Gita, some of which I believe may be helpful to you. For over 2000 years, the Bhagavad Gita has been a great source of inspiration to Hindus, and unto this day it is highly praised by both Eastern and Western seekers of wisdom. Reading the Gita will make you realize that there are many paths to that one Supreme Lord called by many names. It is common for many who visit Hindu places of worship to see images of various deities. When you see someone bowing in reverence to an image of Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, etc., that devotee knows in his or her heart that the deity they show reverence for represents those qualities of forgiveness, humility, truth, compassion, etc. These deities that you see in places of worship represents various names and attributes of the Supreme. To Hindus, whatever deity one chooses to worship with faith, that person is actually worshipping that one Supreme Lord. In Hinduism, people are free to choose their own path to God. For example, some devotees may choose the path of selfless actions, meaning that whatever you do, do not seek the fruits of your actions or crave for any reward. Other devotees may favor the path of love and devotion, meaning that they are people who like to glorify the name of God, who like to talk about God, who like to sing hymns of devotion or prostrate to a symbol of reverence, which helps them to focus their thoughts on God in an act of humility. Again, other devotees may favor the path of knowledge with emphasis on self-realization, that is, to know thy true self. The Bhagavad Gita does not stress on a person's caste or the color of one's skin or about what he or she eats, but it is about knowledge, self-discipline, humility, one's duty, one's character, etc. Hindus do not believe that they are separate from God. Instead, they see themselves as a part of God. They understand that the higher self or the divine spark within us is one's innermost reality, and one's low self is your ego. Many Hindus believe that when they die, they do not go to a hell to be tortured for their sins. Instead, through the doctrine of reincarnation, that is the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, they are given a series of chances from one life to the next to strive for self-improvement. For many Hindus, rebirth can only occur in a human form, since human beings are only one species of its kind, regardless of one's color or race, and human beings are blessed with the capacity to reason, to be innovative, and to strive through their own efforts for self-improvement, so as to liberate the soul from this physical body. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that one's real enemy is desire, and that one should be detached from the sense objects, referring to sensual pleasures or enjoyments, because these are temporary experiences, since they come and they go. From the Gita we learn that the Supreme Lord is infinite, all-pervading, eternal, and devoid of gender. For many, it seems that the Almighty is the universe in its entirety, and that nature is the essential constituent of the universe. With the Supreme in control, nature brings forth living and non-living things. Our bodies are produced by nature. One of the most important teachings in the Gita is about the gunas, referring to the three qualities of nature. The three qualities of nature are goodness or purity, passion or active desire, and darkness or ignorance. These three qualities of nature are present in each of us in certain combinations, and each of us is made to act by these qualities. Your nature pertaining to your actions, your demeanor, and your way of thinking depends on which quality is dominant in you. For example, if goodness is dominant in you, you will have a tendency to perform acts that are good. If desire is dominant in you, you will have a tendency to chase after things of material value or crave for the rewards of your actions. And if ignorance is dominant in someone, that person is likely to be lazy, stubborn, and carefree, or have a tendency to perform acts that are immoral. Note that all actions are done by the qualities of nature, and that you are not the real doer. If you believe that you can do whatever you like, it is because of desire. Striving to be prosperous is not sinful, for prosperity keeps our world on the path of progressive development. However, we cannot become greedy due to our ego and selfish desires. The fact of it all is that we are in bondage, as we are not wise enough to understand what causes desire. It is said that from attachment comes desire, and one can become free from bondage through detachment from the fruits of your actions, by self-discipline, and by devotion to the Almighty. Aside from this, while many have written a number of meaningful commentaries on the Gita, others in their commentaries have often referred to various religious texts and have added their own interpretations, some of which tend to get too far-fetched when a simple verse is given 5 pages of meaning. And so in closing, I suggest that you read a number of translations of the Gita so as to broaden your understanding of the sacred text. In closing, I would like to thank you for listening.